Okay, everyone, I am back. This is Alvin. This is part two. I think this chicken has boiled enough. Let's get that out of that pot and let's get it going here. So I'm going to take this pot here. This has all our vegetables in it and chicken. And I'm going to take and sit that just in the sink here. Now, I'm going to take this fork and I am going to see if I can get this chicken out of here. Okay. There's one chicken breast there. There's another little chicken breast. See, this one's falling apart, but it's okay. Now, I'm going to tell you again, I'm not the professional chef. This may be the ghetto way to cook. Okay, but you know what? It is what it is. I think there's another piece that done fell in here. I went to a party a few weeks back, and there was a lady there who told me, she was talking to a bunch of us friends, and she was picking them out, and she told me, when she got to me, she said that I look like I'm bougie. And I'm actually not, but you know, she told me that I look like that I would be bougie. So I'm gonna wash my hands here, and I'm actually not bougie. I'm probably a little bit of ghetto and a little bit of bougie, so I guess it'll be bougetto. But I'm definitely not 100% bougie. That is not my style, and I'm not 100% ghetto. So anyway, so you can either let this chicken cool off if you don't want to burn your hands. What I'm going to do, because I do have to get to that party, birthday party celebration at 4, and Burleson is maybe about 20-25 minutes from me, so I need to go ahead and get this going. This is going to be a little hot on my fingers, but so what? All right, ready? So what you do is you just take it, and you can just, you know, peel off, I shred it with my hands, like that. Hopefully you wash your hands, but if not, I ain't eating at your house. So, and this is hot. Usually, or shall I say normally, I let it sit for about 10 minutes so it can cool off, but we've got to go. And it's probably about 3 something right now here in Dallas, Texas. I don't actually live in Dallas, but I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I'm about maybe 17 minutes from downtown Dallas and maybe about 20 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. I kind of live right in the middle in South Grand Prairie. I'm right across the street from Joe Pool Lake. I can literally walk over there and put my feet in the water, or go fishing, but we will not be doing that. Definitely I ain't going fishing. Haven't done that since I was young. Again, I'm just going to shred this chicken, and some people have asked me about my tank over there. That is a 300-gallon tank. It's a planted tank. It's a discus tank. It's set up for discus. Discus like really warm water, somewhere between 80, somewhere between 82 to 84. I keep mine at about, it fluctuates between 82 to 83.3 or 4. So I keep it pretty warm. It is a planted aquarium, and it does have a gravel bottom. A lot of discus raisers and breeders and stuff, like that, they prefer to have a clear bottom, a glass bottom. They don't actually recommend having a gravel bottom, but like I said, I'm a little bit ghetto, so I do things the way I want to do them, I guess. And my discus are doing fine. I got them when they were, I bought them when they were about 1.5 inches. And well, I got 3 of them when they were about 1.5 inches. And well, I bought 4, but one of them died not too long after I got it, like a day or two. Because one of them chased him, her. I don't know if it's a he, was it a he or a her? Chased him or her. I don't know, maybe it was a lesbian, I don't know. Maybe it was a Fruit Loop gay guy. I don't know. But gay fish. Or, you know. But anyway, it died a few days after. And the rest of them are doing fine. I did have a regular planted tank before I had the discus tank with a variety of fish in there, all types of tropical fish and the live plants. But then I had a flood in my house from a pipe that had busted, and I had to take all of this furniture and everything out. My tank was sitting there and the water was just all over my floor, and it rotted the bottom of the tank. So I had to have another custom tank, another custom stand. It rotted the bottom of my stand, actually, not my tank. But I had to have another stand custom made, which took about 1.5 months. So I had to give all of those fish away because I had nowhere to put them while they were renovating down here, downstairs down here. And so when I decided to start back up, it took me probably 1.5 years. I had the tank just sitting there with nothing in it. So then I decided I wanted to do a discus tank. And since they require special parameters in that tank, and I'm not following the rules, so anybody who's watching this about discus will probably send me messages or something, or telling me how wrong I am and not like it, but we'll see. But they're doing fine. They're growing. The original 3 I have, they're probably about 4. They probably look like they're about 4 to 4.5 inches now, and they're about 6 months old. And then I have there's 2 more in there. They're smaller. I bought them, and I bought them at about 1 inch to about 1 inch, 1.5 inches also. And they're probably now about 2.5 inches, I would say. And everything seems to be getting along. The plants are growing. I started everything from scratch. The water is soft. It's acidic. I keep the pH somewhere about 6.5 to 6.8. It kind of fluctuates, but it hasn't seemed to go below that or over that. And the fish love that. The discus love acidic water, soft acidic water. And I have, in order to keep that water acidic like that, I have the Fluval peat pellets that's down in my sump up under the tank. And I change that out maybe every couple of months. And then I have a CO2 tank down there too for the plants, but that also helps lower the pH a little bit. So then, I guess I better quit smacking my lips and saying so. It's a bad habit. Sorry folks, it's a bad habit. Anyway, I do have a sump under there. I do not do a water change. I never do a water change. I didn't do it in my old tank, and I'm not doing it in this one either. And my discus seem to be doing fine. All I do is top the sump off every day. In the morning, once I wake up, I go top that sump off. With take it back to the level where it should be, and then that seems to be working for the fish. Most people do a water change every day. Some of them do it twice a week or something. I never do a water change, and I do not gravel I do not vacuum my gravel, because the food and stuff that falls down there, the discus go down there, and then they pick that out, and whatever is left, the plants they can use that to help give the plants nutrients and vitamins. And it seems to work pretty well. My fish haven't died. I also have 6 glow light tetras in there, and I also have 6 cardinal tetras. I had a bunch of neons, but they didn't seem to be able to tolerate that higher temperature water, and they all died. Just twirling around at the top looking all crazy. Okay, here's our shredded chicken here. I don't really need that knife no more. And I'm going to take this spoon and just sit it right there. Okay, so I'm going to take this shredded chicken and I'm going to push it down here into this pot. Okay. They would never hire me on Top Chef. Okay, I would just stir that up in there a little bit. Just sit that like that. And our chicken is in there. There's our brothy water, okay, with the vegetables. I'm going to set this back over here and let that get cooking. And then what I'm going to do is, like I said, I don't have an electric can opener. I'm a little ghetto, so I still use the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just get these little tops off of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump them into that pot over there. I usually just use 2. Now if you're making more for a lot of people, you might need to use more cans, but this is going to be enough for us to eat off of for a couple of days. Alright, and I'm going to take my little fork here. I'm going to just pull this up. Make sure you don't cut your hands on that because that is sharp. Okay, and I'm going to pull that up. Okay, I'll just sit that there. I'm going to take my little spoon. And what I'm going to do is go over here and I'm going to dump all of this into this water. And it's still cooking on high here. And that'll melt all that cream of chicken soup. And for you people who have high blood pressure, this dish may not be for you because it does have quite a bit of sodium in it, which is salt, but has quite a bit of sodium in there. You can also buy the low sodium version of this, but I don't. And I'm gonna leave this here for a second. That's our better than bouillon chicken stock. I'm gonna leave that because I'm gonna taste again here in a little bit to see exactly how that is. Now I'm gonna take these egg noodles. I don't need a lot because I don't want it just overpowering and all you taste is egg noodles. So I'm gonna take that little bit there and I'm gonna just dump this into this pot. Okay, like so. Put that there. We'll clean up over there in a minute. Here we go. We're back here. Alright. I don't know if you can see everything. I'm trying not to spill this on the floor. But there you go. Everything's in there. And then, you know, I'll just take this little spoon here. And we'll just stir that up. And then the noodles should start softening up and cook here a little bit. Once that's all soupy, then I will taste it, and if it's okay, then we'll let it simmer for a good 5-10 minutes, and then I will put it in the refrigerator, let it cool off a bit, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight so all of that can mix in there and give you this good flavor. I have taken this to work and they love it. Tony Love, Courtney, Nita, a lot of people have tasted my food, so everybody tends to love it. They really love my pineapple upside down rum cake. It's like requested every year to take to work. I usually have to take 2 of them. you know, I gotta take Tony Love, I gotta make hers separately. She wants one for herself. and then I take one for, you know, the rest of us in surgery. Not everybody, but you know, those of us that I'm going to share with. I ain't gonna give it to everybody. I'm not making that many. But there's quite a few who we tend to share our stuff with each other down in the OR. So I'm gonna just sit that there. Again, I'll wash those dishes later when I come back. I don't need this knife no more. I don't need that fork no more. I do need this spoon, so I'm gonna just sit it here for a sec. And then, so I can do a little taste test. Let me wash my little hands off here. Take this, rinse that off a little bit. I'm gonna let it sit there so it can dry before I put it back in the drawer. Didn't really get dirty, it just, but we'll see. I don't even think it got down into the actual can. So, there's that. But again, there's my discus tank. I'm gonna take this little rag here, and then I am going to put this down here. The rag, I had that earlier this morning, wiping off the counters. And so I'm gonna put some of this in there, that's Pine Sol. And then I'm gonna re-wipe down these counters. So this rag really ain't dirty, not that bad, but this should sanitize it a little more. Now I'll wipe down these counters like so while we're getting ready. We don't want the roaches coming in the house, okay? So let's kind of just wipe this down a little bit where we've been working. But again, there's my discus tank, and I will probably zoom in here a little bit just in case anybody was interested in seeing those fish. I don't know whether you are or not, but it is a 300 gallon. And like I say, they're all doing good. Hopefully they stay that way. And I'm not raising them to breed or to show off or anything like that. So I guess I don't have to follow those parameters exactly. The water parameters and how to raise discus fish. Because I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'll just wipe this little counter off over here to my son and look like he's been there. And he don't wipe up shit. So he's 19. No, he's not. He's 20 going on 21. You think he would wipe up stuff, but he don't. He gonna get with some woman and she ain't gonna put up with that. And he might be back home. Cause she definitely ain't no woman gonna, most of them ain't gonna put up with that piece of trifling. But I have shown him. It's up to him to take what he learns into the world. Alrighty, so let's see here. That's still, it hasn't come to a boil yet. Once that comes to a boil, then we will show you again. Let me kind of zoom into my little tank here. Well, it ain't a little tank, but excuse me, Brenda. Brenda was our little dog. It's a Shih Tzu. He's 15. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in to this aquarium for you folks who want to see. Everybody ain't interested in it, I know. Let's try this. Okay. How's that? I'll go over here because if I go over here, then the fish may come over. They may, when they see me, they may come up. So let's go here and let's see if they'll come up. They're actually there. There they go. Shaniqua and Tyrone. No, I'm just kidding. Margarita. Let me go over here, see if they'll come over. Or maybe, let me see if they'll come up if I put some food over here. I mean, I already fed them, but that don't mean they won't come back up. Let's see. They see that. Put little bites, some little bites in there. And that food should have boiled here in a little bit. So I have a part 1 and a part 2. That's what I'll call it. How to make chicken noodle stew. Well, they're not coming up, but it is zoomed in. There's some of the smaller ones right there. No, I'm kidding. All right. Let's see how we doing over here with our stew. Let me get a bigger spoon to stir this with, in case we want to take out a chunk to show you all. Get my hand still washed. Oh man, I bet people are having a fit the way I cook. My sister probably will be calling me, I'm sure, telling me what I didn't do right. You need to face the people and show them what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna leave that sit there for a minute. And I'll just see how this is boiling up here. Oh, it's doing pretty well. Okay, so I'll bring it over here. We don't need that right now. And this will thicken up a little bit tomorrow, you know, but there is everything mixed up in there. And I'll just sit this here, and I'm gonna do a little taste test. Because tomorrow this will be a little bit thicker to give it that stewy taste. But here, let me show you all what it looks like. Okay, the noodles still haven't completely got done, and they will soften up. Even if I turn it off, they will soften up and fill out the stew. But here, basically, that's what it looks like. You can see the whatever you want to call it, gravy or broth or. And so I'm just going to taste it. This will give me an idea if I need to do anything else to it. I don't want the noodles, so I'm going to leave that. I just want kind of the chicken and the broth. So let me see how that tastes. You better blow, unless you're going to burn your tongue. And again, this does have sodium in it, so if y'all have high blood pressure, you might want to use some low sodium. I don't want y'all blaming me for your thick ankles when they swell up. Oh, that's good. I don't need anything. I'm gonna put this back. Yeah, I don't need anything. Put this back in the refrigerator. Rinse this off right here. Actually, I'm gonna put it down there because I'm gonna leave here in a little bit. I'm gonna sit there and let this boil for about maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and let them noodles do their little thing. Put this back in the refrigerator. Refrigerator, the fridge, the ice box, potato, tomato. This right here should be okay. I'm gonna just dry it off a little bit. Throw this back in the drawer. the drawer. Okay, folks. Who was it? Oh, fat stomach. It has a few little ripples in it, but you know, I'm too old for all that. But I try to stay physically fit. I need to stop eating all that candy. And these Girl Scout cookies that my sister sent down here from her granddaughter, selling them. All right, folks. I might have been a little bit too close to that camera. And where are the fish? I'll stand here for a minute or two and see if they come up. I don't know if you can see it, but there's one right there. There's one right there that just went in back of the rocks. I do have to do a little maintenance. I got a few plants that have sprouted off and now they're floating up to the top. I need to get them and get them stuck down into the gravel. But you know, as far as the fish, nothing I can do with it. Maybe on our show at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Central Time, they may be up and all over the place. But anyway, here we go. I'm gonna turn this off. Hey, thanks for joining me, and please tune in tomorrow. Let's see here. I don't do anything right, do I? Okay. So, again, thanks for joining me. Join in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Sunday for our Charles and Ours talk show. Tit for tat. A little of this and a little of that. And we will be talking on colorism tomorrow. So join in the chat, like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.